So Akbar died in 1605, and Jahangir ruled from 1605 to 1627-28. And as you know, Akbar married Jodhabai, a Rajput princess, and Jahangir is the daughter of Akbar and son of Akbar and Jodhabai. And this character called Noor Jahan is very important during the reign of Jahangir. So Noor Jahan was the wife of Jahangir. She was earlier called Maharun-Nisa. Maharun-Nisa or Noor Jahan. It is very ironic or interesting that she was actually a widow. The emperor married a widow and made him his first wife. Widow of Sher Afghan, a general called Sher Afghan. So Maharun-Nisa was his widow, and she was the only Mughal woman with the coins being stuck in her name. No other woman of the Mughal household had coins, royal coins stuck in their name, but Noor Jahan or Maharun-Nisa had. Such was her influence over Jahangir. And even royal farmans, that means royal decrees or orders issued by the emperor, had the name of Noor Jahan or Maharun-Nisa. She was not just any average lady, she actually invented or innovated the technique of extracting scent from rose plant. It is called Itar Jahangir. The technique is called named after Jahangir, though it was innovated by Noor Jahan. Technique of extracting scent from rose. And her brother Asaf Khan was there. So this Asaf Khan's daughter was the Mumtaz, who was married to Prince Khurram or Shah Jahan. The same Mumtaz Mahal on whose name Taj Mahal had been built. So this Mumtaz was the daughter of Noor Jahan's brother. That means they were within the immediate family. Because probably Shah Jahan's uncle's daughter. He married the daughter of his uncle or his cousin. So Khurram was the original name of Shah Jahan, Prince Khurram. So one of the most important points associated with Jahangir is the chain of justice. So in the palace there was a chain of justice. You might have seen the movie Dhruvam in Malayalam. So in that movie there is a chain in front of the house. Whenever one person rings that bell, the chain is connected to a bell. When a person rings that bell, the emperor will come. Emperor will come and solve his problem. So it's the obligation of the emperor to solve his problem. So that was the Adil-e-Zanjeer or golden chain of justice with a bell. This was introduced by Jahangir. This term is also important. Maybe it will be asked based on this term. Then you might not be able to recognize it. And you will learn more about Jahangir in art and culture because the Mughal paintings reached its peak under Jahangir. He patronized the painters on a much larger scale, and it was a peak of Mughal painting, halo or divine light behind the head of the ruler. So you might have seen many pictures. Nowadays they are provided below the or behind the heads of deities. So these paintings halo, I mean halo, right? So halos will be depicted in beside the head of the or above on the back side of the head of rulers during that period. Probably the head of Jahangir had halos associated with. So obviously you have to learn the painters associated with Jahangir as well. One of them was Mansur. Mansur was a specialist painter of birds. Mansur. And Bishan Das. Bishan Das was actually sent to Persia by Jahangir. So Bishan Das and Mansur were the major painters of Jahangir. So Shah Jahan was not the eldest son, or Khurram was not the eldest son of Jahangir. It was actually another guy, that is Prince Khusro. So this Khusro was actually blinded by Jahangir. So he must have rebelled against Jahangir's policies, and actually the Khusro was blinded by his own father, that is Jahangir. And he was supported by Guru Arjan Singh. This is a very important point, the fifth Sikh Guru, Guru Arjan Singh or Guru Arjan Dev. So this Khusro, the Prince Khusro, the eldest son of Jahangir, was very friendly, was supported by fifth Guru Arjan Dev. And this Arjan Dev was beheaded by Jahangir for supporting his son. This is the origin of the Sikh-Mughal rivalry that you can see throughout till the end of later Mughal era. Fifth Guru Arjan Dev was executed by or beheaded by Jahangir. And Khusro, the blinded brother, was actually killed by Shah Jahan. That is how he attained the throne, because Khusro was the eldest son, right? Khusro and Khurram. Khurram means Shah Jahan. So during the reign of Jahangir, Ahmadnagar Sultanate, we saw that Ahmadnagar was actually annexed by Akbar. But once Jahangir came to power, Ahmadnagar again declared independence. We already discussed about Malik Ambar under Ahmadnagar Sultanate, who made important contributions like the Nehar system of canals, etc. And that was Malik Ambar was the default ruler or the prime minister under Chand Bibi. Then he became the default ruler. That's probably from the period 1605 to 1620s. During the reign of Jahangir, he declared independence, Malik Ambar, and they stayed as an independent sultanate, Ahmadnagar Sultanate. And during the later part of Jahangir's era, Prince Khurram or Shah Jahan rebelled against his father, and he made an alliance with Malik Ambar of Ahmadnagar. But soon after that, they compromised. Shah Jahan compromised with the emperor, that is his own father. And to facilitate that compromise, both Shah Jahan's sons, they were very young, Dara Shikoh and Aurangzeb, both of them were sent to their grandfather or Jahangir as hostages till Shah Jahan meets his conditions. So after this alliance broke down, Shah Jahan later tried to conquer Malik Ambar as well. It was a very short alliance. It survived only for a short period. And there was also a Mughal defeat during the period of Jahangir. So Jahangir is said to have been more focused on arts like painting, music, etc. than military conquest or maintaining his kingdom. So that is why he was defeated in the Battle of Dewar by Amar Singh of Mewar. Battle of Dewar, in which Jahangir was defeated by a Mewar king. Jahangir's forces were led by his own another son called Parvez, not so important. But then once Shah Jahan came to power, he defeated them back. Battle of Dewar, Jahangir was defeated. And so many other important developments took place during the time of Jahangir. So that is obviously the formation of East India Company during the later periods of Akbar's reign. Then they came to India. So they sent missions to the court of the emperor, that is Jahangir. 2 missions came to Jahangir. One was Captain Hawkins, the captain of a British ship, who came to Jahangir's court in 1608. And later there was Thomas Roe, who came in 1615. So 2 important English missions. One was Captain Hawkins in 1608, and then Thomas Roe came in 1616. So Thomas Roe was able to persuade the emperor to issue a farman or royal decree or a royal order, allowing them to establish a factory at Surat. Thomas Roe. And the peculiarity of Roe was that he knew the Turkic language. So obviously there was a section of nobles in the Mughal court who were Turkic nobles. So he gained favor with them, and as a result he received a mansab rank and a title called Firangi Khan. So this guy was called, Thomas Roe was, since he know the Turkic language, he was called Firangi Khan by the Mughal nobles. And he also received a mansab rank under Jahangir for a short duration of time. He did not stay back in India for long. Obviously, he achieved his aims, establish a factory at Surat. Then there were some interesting decisions taken by Jahangir. He banned the killing of animals for food only on Tuesday and Friday. So under Akbar, cow slaughter was strictly banned. Then Jahangir banned killing of animals for food on 2 days, Tuesday and Friday. So only in Punjab province, Jahangir banned cow slaughter. So all these are political decisions. And as you know, tobacco came to India via the Portuguese. So this tobacco reached Mughal court much later. The emperor came to know about tobacco much later. So he banned tobacco, Jahangir. Jahangir actually prohibited the use of tobacco inside the Mughal empire. In one occasion, he ordered to close the Jain temples in Gujarat, but this was later withdrawn and was not implemented. And he wanted to facilitate trade towards the later part of his reign. And as a result, he abolished stamp duty or stamp taxes, which were called tamga. Stamp taxes were called tamga, abolished by Jahangir. And the port duty was called mirbahari. Mirbahari was also abolished by Jahangir. So just like Akbar, he also built his own tomb. It is at Lahore. Jahangir's tomb. He stayed at Lahore and built his own tomb. And the biography is called Tuzuki Jahangiri in Persian. And another important piece of literature is mentioned in some of the texts, that is Farhang Jahangiri, which is a Persian dictionary. That is why it is important. It's a dictionary in Persian language during the reign of Jahangir. That is evident from the name. Farhang Jahangiri. But it was a Persian dictionary is important. This was by Mir Jamal Hussain. That is not that important. But you have to understand that as a dictionary in Persian was made during which emperor? That is Jahangir. The name was Farhang Jahangiri. And the famous Shalimar Bagh in Kashmir. The Mughal garden was built during the reign of Jahangir. So there is an important incident related to Jahangir. He used to depict the zodiac signs on his coins. So the ulama opposed this kind of symbolism in Mughal coins. And later when Shah Jahan came to power, he melted all those coins which had zodiac signs on them. That can also be asked as a statement. Which ruler depicted zodiacs on Mughal silver coins? And the Bhakti saint Tukaram. Tukaram was a contemporary of Bhakti saints. All these saints you will learn about in art and culture. So Tukaram was a contemporary of Jahangir. That is important. He was the first ruler to allot mansabs to Marathas. So Marathas were growing in power during that time. He used a diplomatic maneuver and gave some mansabs to Marathas. He built a city of Faridabad in memory of a Sufi saint called Baba Farid.